everyone. Thank you all for joining us this blessed evening. Before we proceed, we want to take this time to thank Sir Betrayal Chaplain for giving us the MSSM first years the opportunity to present to you all a musical play on the life of Joseph. Though amateurs, we have tried our best to bring this together today, so we hope you all thoroughly enjoy and will be blessed through our play.
Welcome to this musical drama about the life of Joseph, presented and created by the first years of MSSM. Please sit, relax, immerse yourself on this journey and enjoy the show.
Joseph and his coat of many colors. This is the story of Joseph, his life at large that was filled with love, betrayal, and reunion. He was a young man of 17 and lived in the land of Canaan with his parents and 11 brothers who were farmers. His father, Jacob, was already extremely old, and the two youngest were by far the favorites of the old men, so much so that the older brothers became quite envious of them. Joseph was a dreamer, and his brothers always made fun of him for having his head in the clouds and not paying attention to what was going on around him. When his brothers neglected their work or did something wrong, he told their father all about it.
My son, why are you bullying Joseph? Now go, work.
And the brothers were furious with him for getting them into trouble. On Joseph's 17th birthday, Jacob gave him a magnificent present. It was a coat woven with beautiful colors and patterns.
Come on, audience. It's my son's birthday. Let's all sing the birthday song for Joseph. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joseph. Happy birthday to you.
Joseph loved the coat, but when his older brothers saw it, they became even more jealous, and their dislike for him grew even stronger. One day, they were out in the fields, and Joseph went to tell his brothers about the dream he had the previous night.
Brothers, listen to me. Last night, I had a very strange dream. We were tying up bunches of grains out in the field. When suddenly, my bunch stood up perfectly straight, while all of yours snickered and bowed to me. Isn't that interesting, brothers?
Interesting. What's the meaning of that?
How dare you drink such drink?
His brothers were deeply offended and insulted.
Okay, brothers, then let me tell you my another dream.
Delusions, you're a fool.
Please listen to me, brother.
Just shut up and live it.
Enough, let's not harass.
Joseph becomes upset as his brothers had shunned him. But then, he decided to go narrate his dream to his father.
Father, I have a dream I need to tell you about.
Tell me, son, I'm listening.
In my dream, I saw the sun, the moon, and all 11 stars. They gathered and they bowed to me. What could this mean, Father?
Joseph, that's a strange dream. You think your father, your mother, and your brothers will bow down at you? Those are just dreams, Joseph. Don't think too much. Go, now check on your brothers.
Yes, Father.
He put on his special coat and went out to look for them. The brothers spotted him from far off, and while he was still watching, they planned a plot against him.
Hey, brothers! There comes that dreamer boy. Let's kill him and throw him into the pit.
Brothers, let's not kill him, even though he's still our brother. Let's just throw him in a pit.
Okay, whatever.
Secretly, Reuben planned to come back later and rescue Joseph from the pit before any good harm came to him. And so, when Joseph arrived,
Brothers, what are you discussing? Can I join too?
Oh, you be quiet. We've had enough of you. Let's go.
No! No, brothers! No, leave me alone! No, brothers! No!
the brothers seized him, stripped him of his coat, and slung him into an empty well.
Brothers, why am I thrown in this pit? What's happening to me? What did I do when it go? Can we just stop it? What is this all about? Where is it taking me? Don't I deserve to know the truth? How can I leave my father? How can I break his heart? Wasn't I a good brother, a son? Don't I deserve an answer? What do I do?
From afar, there were some traveling merchants who were headed to Egypt.
Hi, there, brother. Let's go and sell it to them.
Are you merchants looking for strong young slaves?
Sure. This is the way. Sure. How is this? Isn't he capable enough for a slave? We'll discuss for a while. Looks strong. Looks great. I think we should take him. I think we should. Come on, let's go. We'll take him for 10 silver coins. That's very nice. Fine then. 11 silver coins. That's plenty. Oh, don't make me laugh. I'll fart. Make it kinky. You're a good bargainer. 20 coins is a good deal. Do you speak it? Yes, sir.
Brother, we stole him for 20 silver coins.
Brothers! Now we have to convince Father Lee was killed by animals.
Yes. Should we find a sheep? Yes,
Yes.
but where can we find a sheep? Where's the sheep? Where's the sheep? Where's the sheep? Please search for the sheep.
There is it.
Oh, there is there.
So then they killed the sheep and dipped Joseph's throat in the blood and went to tell father.
my sons.
He was killed by a
No, Joseph. Joseph, no. My son. Joseph. Joseph. My little boy is no more here. Where'd you go wrong? Where'd he disappear? My precious rainbow boy. Joseph, my heart is broke. I can't live no more. I think I'll lose myself in desperation. I should have been more careful, watch over you. I should have prayed on my knees for God to help you, my boy, my precious rainbow boy. Oh, Joseph.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
That was something.
I mean, imagine getting sold off by your brothers for 20 cents.
My sisters are wicked. I am the youngest of the 5 of us. But I don't think my sisters would sell me off. I mean, they have locked me inside the closet. I have been inside a suitcase for 5 minutes until I cried and my mother found me. But I don't think I would ever want to sell my siblings.
Same, even with my brothers, we've threatened each other to sell each other for a chicken. But I don't think we'll ever sell each other like that.
Well, I wonder what's going to happen in the next scene.
Yeah, I think let's watch how the story progresses so far for Joseph, shall we?
Stay tuned.
See you. The merchants took Joseph to the land of Egypt, which was ruled by a magnificent king called Pharaoh. There, they sold him to Potiphar, who was captain of the Pharaoh's bodyguard.
My lord, here is a slave we brought all the way from Canaan.
It seems well built. Put him to work already.
The Lord was with Joseph, so he succeeded in everything he did, as he served in the home of his Egyptian master. Potiphar noticed this and realized that the Lord was with Joseph, giving him success in everything he did. This pleased Potiphar, so he soon made Joseph his personal attendant. He put him in charge of his entire household and everything he owned. Joseph served his new master well and was well liked by him. From the day Joseph was put in charge of his master's household and property, the Lord began to bless Potiphar's household for Joseph's sake. All his household affairs ran smoothly, and his crops and livestock flourished. So Potiphar gave Joseph complete administrative responsibility over everything he owned. With Joseph there, he didn't worry about a thing. Joseph was a very handsome and well-built young man, and Potiphar's wife soon began to look at him lustfully.
Joseph, hey, the pretty boy. Well, you look tired.
come lay with me.
Madam, what are you doing? I should get back to work.
Don't be silly. Come, sit with me. Come.
No, don't let me do this. No, no, no.
Oh, Joseph will be fine. Just hold on to me.
Madam!
Joseph, please.
Are you okay? Is everything all right?
No. Joseph, how dare you push me away?
No, madam, this is not right. You need to go and pray.
Oh, Joseph, you really made a big mistake.
No, madam, this is not right.
Joseph, please. She keeps on holding onto her cloak until her husband returns and persuades him into believing that Joseph had tried to lustfully abuse her. My love! My love! The evil slave you put into our house came in to fall with me. But I screamed, and when he heard me scream, he ran outside, leaving his cloak behind me. My love.
How dare that slave of mine I trusted lay a finger on my wife? Guard! Find Joseph and put him to prison right away!
His wife lied and made up stories about Joseph attacking her. When Potiphar heard all this, he ordered Joseph to be arrested and thrown in jail. Joseph lived in the dungeon jail with two other men. One of them had been the Pharaoh's chief servant called a cupbearer, and the other had been his chief baker. Both men had done some small things to annoy the Pharaoh and had been thrown into prison as a result. While they were in prison, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker each had a dream one night, and each dream had its own meaning. When Joseph saw them the next morning, he noticed that they both looked upset, and so he confronts them.
Hey, what happened? Why do you both look so worried today?
Well, we both had strange dreams last night, and there's nobody who can interpret them for us.
It is not me, but through my God, I can interpret dreams. So go ahead, tell me your dreams.
Well, my dream goes like this. In my dream, I saw a vine in front of me, and on the vine were 3 branches. As soon as it budded, and it blossomed, and its clusters ripened into grapes. Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes, I squeezed it, and poured it in his cup. I wonder what this dream will even mean. Oh, what could it ever mean? What does it even mean?
This is what your dream means. The 3 branches represents 3 days. And in 3 days' time, Pharaoh will lift you up and restore you to your position as chief cupbearer.
Brother, is there anything I can do for you? Anything?
You can do me a favor. When you get out of this place, you can tell Pharaoh about me.
Surely, brother, surely.
He thanked Joseph and promised to remember him when he was free.
Brother, interpret my dream as well.
Sure.
So, my dream goes like this. I dreamed I was carrying 3 wine baskets, all in a pile on my head. They were filled with pastries and pies and nuggets. Take them to Pharaoh. Birds flew down and made the bread. What could it mean?
This is what your dream means. The 3 baskets, it represents 3 days. And in 3 days' time, Pharaoh will take you and impale your body on a pole.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
And yes, and the birds, they will peck over your flesh.
What? You gotta be kidding me. Please, brother.
No,
But
this is the truth.
I've been faithful to finally be free. This is so me, but I've been waiting for too long. Brother, is this all for naught? Have I sinned too much? Is this how I'm gonna end? So goodbye, cruel world. There's nothing left for me.
Oh, already? Yeah, already. Wow. Well, I think I'm gonna be restored back to my position. Well, but hey, didn't the story take another turn now?
Seriously,
Could it get even worse than this?
Joseph's in prison now after being sold by his brothers. Wow. I just think his life is really ruined right now.
Looking forward for the next slide. I wonder what it's gonna bring.
Let's see how it progresses further, shall we?
On the look for the next scene. Two whole years passed, and the cupbearer did not remember Joseph until one day Pharaoh had a strange dream.
What could this dreams? What in the world could this dreams mean? Guards! Send for my wise men. I had a strange dream. I dreamt I was sitting by the great river, and near me were 7 fat, wonderfully gentle water cows eating the grass by the riverside. But we were not alone. Another 7 horrible starving cows suddenly appeared, and the 10 wretched cows ate the sleep-dead cows. And I woke in a cold sweat, but I got back to sleep. And then I had a snack. This time, there were 7 plump ears of corn growing on a stalk. Then 7 ears of corn, thin and blighted by the east wind, sprouted and devoured the good ears. What can these dreams possibly mean? They can't be a good sign.
We agree, Your Highness, that the dream certainly has special meaning. But we are afraid it's not possible for us to interpret them.
Oh, my lord, I remember my faults today. When I was in the prison, I met a young Hebrew. He interpreted my dreams, and just as he interpreted, I could be restored back to be a personal cupbearer, and the baker was hung to death.
Well, what is his name?
His name is Joseph.
Bring him to me.
The guards took Joseph from prison and made sure he was properly shaved, washed, and clothed in proper clothes, and was presented before the king.
I am told you can interpret a dream.
Your Highness, it is not me, but through my God I can interpret dreams.
So, my dreams goes like this.
Then Pharaoh told Joseph about both of his dreams.
The cows, the 7 years of plentiful. The 7 lucky cows are years of doom. Famine will strike, the land will suffer. My Lord, you need to appoint a leader.
Well, the answer is obvious. There will be no better man for this job than this man himself. What do you think, servants of Pharaoh? Can we find a man like this in whom is the Spirit of God?
No, we can't, Your Highness.
Correct. Since God has shown you all this, there is none so discerning and wise as you are. And handsome. Now, hear the word of Pharaoh. You shall be my chancellor. You shall be over my house, and all my people shall respect your orders. I made you the governor of all of Egypt. From now on, your name shall be Zaphanet Paneah, my lord.
And so Pharaoh made Joseph the chief minister and was made one of the most important in Egypt right after King Pharaoh. Thus, Joseph began his long rule over the great land of Egypt under the Pharaoh. It all happened as Joseph foretold. There were 7 good years, followed by 7 bad years, but nobody starved in the land because Joseph had stored up enough food during the good 7 years. Back in the land of Canaan, Joseph's family had not stored up any food, and they did not have enough food to eat. So Jacob sent his 10 oldest sons to Egypt to buy some food before they starved to death.
My sons, go to Egypt and buy some food, as we are running out of food to eat. We might starve to death. Benjamin here would stay with me.
Yes, Father. Brothers, let's go. Quick,
The brothers set their journey to Egypt and came to the Egyptian court and stood before Joseph. But they did not recognize the brother whom they had not seen since he was a young 17-year-old boy and whom they had sold into slavery. The man they were looking at was a magnificent, important official, and they bowed down before him, just as Joseph had predicted they would many years ago. But Joseph recognized and knew that they were his brothers, and decided to play a trick.
You are spies!
No! Oh my lord, we're just a normal peasant! We just came to buy the food!
When he saw his brothers trembling with fear, he softened his voice and asked about their family and where they came from.
So tell me about your family. Tell me where you're from.
Master, we're brothers of 12, and one of us is dead. The youngest one is with the father.
Bring your youngest brother to me, and I shall give you what you ask. On your way, you can take some food, but one of you will stay here to make sure you return. You stay here.
The brothers sat back to their father's house without their brother Simeon. When they reached home, they told their father about all the things that happened and that Simeon was kept as a captive to ensure they returned with the youngest son, Benjamin. Their father wept and said,
My sons are taken away from me. First, I lost Joseph, then Simeon, and now Benjamin. No, Benjamin is not going down there with you. Suppose if he's hurt on his journey, I will die as a sad old man.
the little amount of food given to them by Joseph would not last forever, and they had to do something about it.
But the sire, the Lord gave us a strong warning, saying he won't meet us until we bring our Benjamin back. Simon is there with them. Please, Father, I promise I'll keep Benjamin safe. Please let him come with us. Please, Father, we'll go buy the food and come back, Father. Father, please, Father.
To calm his father's fear, Judah promised his father to keep Benjamin safe no matter what. Finally, Jacob agreed so that Benjamin go with his father. The brothers set on the journey to Egypt with their brother Benjamin. And when Joseph saw his brothers coming with Benjamin, the brothers set on their journey to Egypt with their brother Benjamin. And when Joseph saw his brothers coming with Benjamin, he told his maidservant to take the men to his house and prepare a big meal. Then the servant brought out their brother Simeon to them. When Joseph came home, they bowed down to the ground in front of him. It all came true as Joseph had dreamt twice. His brothers bowed down to him.
How is your old father you told me about? Is he still alive?
Yes, my lord, our father is alive and well.
Is this your youngest brother Benjamin?
It moved him deeply to see his brother. So Joseph hurried into his own room and cried there. Joseph was overwhelmed to see his little brother and couldn't hold back his tears. When Joseph calmed down, he ordered that lunch be served. The brothers were seated in order, from oldest to youngest. This amazed the brothers. Benjamin was given 5 times as much food as his brothers. Once again, the youngest is being favored.
Soft, very delicious.
The next morning, the brothers were packing up to head home to Canaan.
Good morning, brothers.
Wouldn't Jacob be able to manage and treated them so well? Judah must have been so relieved that no harm had come to Benjamin. After all, he had sworn to kill himself. Joseph gave strict instruction to his servant and told him to fill the man's sack with as much food as they could carry. He ordered that all the money be placed in the sack as well. Then Joseph told his servant to put his special silver cup inside Benjamin's sack. They hadn't gone so far from the city until...
Go after those men at once. Tell them my master was good. And is this how you pay him back for doing evil?
Hey! You man! One of them stole my master's special silver cup.
What? No way! We'll never do that.
Alright then. The one who told me to go will become my slave. And the rest of you are free to play.
The brothers pulled the sack down as the guard ran through the sacks. The servant checked through all the sacks. And at last found the cup in Benjamin's sack.
This little thief has stolen the silver cup.
The brothers were shaking and were very scared as they would be punished by God. They admitted they were guilty,
My lord,
but they were not
I know we are
guilty for
guilty.
this crime, but certainly was guilty for other sins.
I know we are guilty. We will all be your slave. But let our Benjamin, brother, go back to our father. Please.
No! That would not be fair. Only Benjamin will be my slave.
My lord, please forgive me. I promise my father I'll take care of him. Please, my lord, please take me in behalf of him. I'll be your slave. Please let him go, please. I can't let my father see suffering again. Please, my lord, please.
Judah offered to be Benjamin's substitute. 20 years before, he sold his brother into slavery. Now, Judah was begging to become a slave in place of his brother. Joseph had been testing his brothers to see if they had truly repented or not. If they had not, they would have been furious that Benjamin received 5 times as much as food as the brothers on Joseph's table. If they had not repented, they would have left Benjamin in Egypt and go back to Canaan. Judah would have never begged to become a slave for the rest of his life because of his brother. The brothers now had realized the sins and claimed themselves as guilty. Joseph could not hold back his secrets anymore, and he stood up from his throne and came down and hugged his brothers.
Listen to me. I'm your brother Joseph.
Joseph!
Yes,
Is this true?
whom you sold into slavery a long time ago. Yes! Joseph! Brothers, listen to me. Listen to me. Go back to our father and tell him I am still alive. Tell him I am wealthy now. And we have enough food for all of us, for all the upcoming generations also. So my brothers will go back to our father and bring him back to me, and we all will live together. Benjamin, come with me.
Joseph is alive, Father!
Yes, that's true, that's true! Are you serious, my sons? This can be.
He is a very important person now, Father. He wants you to come to Egypt, Father. He will take care of us now, Father.
Joseph, this is true. Thank you, Lord, for always answering my prayers. Joseph is alive. My sons! Joseph is alive. I should get back to him now.
Look, Father, Joseph.
Joseph?
Father! Father! Father!
My son! I missed you, Joseph.
I missed you so much, Father.
Joseph, Father.
Are you the one I seek? Are you the one I prayed for? The one I lost? Are you back again? Oh, countless days and sleepless nights I've waited for you. Rather than sorry for all that I've said, for all the evil things we've done. How can we ever ask for forgiveness from you? You are the one we sought. You are the one we prayed for. The son we lost. You are back again. Oh, God has been so good to you, Joseph. You are the one we sought. You are the one we prayed for. The son we lost. You are back again. Oh, God has been so good to you,
Okay, it's working. Yes.
We just use yours.
Oh.
So, wow, wait, who's pushing me? So, that was the end. The turns that this play took.
Wow, what a journey Joseph had throughout his life. You know, I think we can draw a lot of lessons from the story of Joseph as well. Like how his faith in God was so strong even though he was facing so many adversities, right? Like,
I mean, he had been so faithful to God throughout. Like, if we were to be in his position, facing betrayal, and then judged and done so many wrong things, he still remained faithful to God. He was receptive to the voice of God throughout.
firstly, he was betrayed by his own brothers.
Then he was sold as a slave.
Then he was put into prison, but was again ordained as the chancellor of Pharaoh. Lastly, he was reunited with his family, especially with his brothers who initially sold him off for just 20 silver coins. And it must have been very heartbreaking for him as well, don't you think?
Yeah, but he was a man of God. And there's so many things that we can take from this drama. It's not just a play. It draws so many morals. Like we could see, the theme of forgiveness. Wow. Could we forgive the ones that do us wrong to this extent?
Exactly. I think we should also think about the lesson of the reality of consequences as well. Just as Jacob had deceived his own father, tricking him into thinking that he was his brother Esau, right? Jacob himself was deceived his whole life by his uncle, and worst of all, by his own children, right? Isn't that awful? Isn't that so sad?
That draws the moral of consequences as well. However, we have tried our best to convey the message, these morals through our play. And I believe that we will take something with us tonight. And we want to again present to you, at the end, MSSM first years playing The Life of Joseph. Thank you, everyone. Now I'd like to call our Reverend to do the benediction for us.